Curious about the shift from fintech to DeFi or Web 2.0 to Web 3.0? While blockchain offers immense potential, its complexity might deter some. What do you think could inspire people to embrace these emerging technologies? You're absolutely right that newer technologies like DeFi and Web 3 built on blockchain introduce added complexity compared to established systems like fintech and Web 2. People are often comfortable with what they know. Why fix something that isn't broken? So what could motivate someone to make the leap despite the challenges? Let's break it down. First, the complexity is real. Transitioning to DeFi's or Web 3 often means grappling with concepts like cryptocurrency wallets, private keys, and decentralized protocols, things that don't exist in traditional banking apps or social media platforms. For many, the ease of sending money via an app or browsing a website outweighs the hassle of learning something new. But here's the thing. People don't switch just for the sake of change. They move when the rewards outweigh the effort. So what are those rewards? Here are some compelling reasons why someone might embrace these emerging technologies: more control and ownership. In the current Web 2 world, think Google, Facebook, or Twitter. Big platforms own your data. They can censor content, sell your information, or even lock you out of your account. Web 3, built on decentralized networks, gives you back control. You own your digital identity, your data, and assets like NFTs or tokens without relying on a middleman. For creators, this means keeping more of their earnings instead of losing a chunk to platform fees. Traditional finance puts banks or brokers in charge of your money. DeFi lets you manage your assets and data directly through decentralized platforms. No need for permission from a bank to invest or borrow. You're in the driver's seat. Why it matters. If you've ever felt powerless against tech giants or financial gatekeepers, this shift toward autonomy can be a game changer. Financial opportunities. Imagine earning interest rates way higher than your bank's savings account through things like yield farming or staking. DeFi platforms often cut out intermediaries, which can mean lower fees and better returns. It's riskier. Sure, scams and volatility are real, but for those comfortable with calculated risks, the potential upside is huge. DeFi can also open doors for people in places where banks are unreliable or non-existent. If you're in a country with runaway inflation or limited financial options, DeFi could be a lifeline to global markets. Why it matters. Money talks. If you're looking to grow your wealth or escape restrictive systems, DeFi's potential can outweigh the learning curve. Trust and transparency. Blockchain power. Both DeFi and Web 3 rely on blockchain's transparent, tamper-proof ledger. Every transaction is public and verifiable, reducing the chance of fraud or hidden fees. Smart contracts, self-executing agreements coded on the blockchain cut out the need for trust in a third party. Why it matters. In an era where trust in institutions is shaky, knowing exactly what's happening with your money or data can be a strong pull. If you've ever been stung by unclear bank charges or worried about data breaches, this transparency is appealing. Being an early adopter. Some people love being first. Jumping into DeFi or Web 3 now is like investing in internet startups in the 90s. There's a chance to ride the wave of innovation. Early adopters might snag financial rewards like undervalued cryptocurrencies or simply enjoy the bragging rights of mastering cutting-edge tech. Why it matters. If you're drawn to innovation or want to stay ahead of the curve, the excitement of shaping the future can be a motivator. A belief in decentralization. There's an ideological angle too. DeFi and Web 3 are rooted in the idea of taking power away from centralized authorities. Banks, governments, tech monopolies, and giving it back to individuals. For some, this aligns with values like privacy, freedom, or self-reliance. Why it matters. If you're tired of corporate overreach or centralized control, this philosophy might push you to embrace the change. Overcoming the complexity hurdle. You're spot on that complexity is a barrier, but it's not static. The tech is getting easier to use. Better tools. Wallets are becoming more intuitive and apps are starting to feel more like their Web 2 counterparts. Layer 2 solutions, like those on Bitcoin and Ethereum, are making transactions faster and cheaper. Gradual steps. You don't have to dive in headfirst. Many fintech companies are blending blockchain into their systems, and Web 2 platforms are experimenting with Web 3 features. It's less of a leap and more of a bridge. Try a little before committing fully. So why transition? It boils down to what you value. If you prioritize convenience above all, sticking with fintech and Web 2 might feel safer for now. But if you're drawn to having more control over your money and data, chasing bigger financial rewards, trusting tech over institutions, or joining a movement toward a decentralized future. Then the effort to learn DeFi or Web3 could be worth it. The tipping point is coming. Interfaces are improving and adoption is growing. The question is whether the benefits align with your goals. What do you think? Does any of this resonate with what you're looking for in tech?